All right, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, and Barakatah Yahawashi. Yahawah, that's the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahawashi, that's the name of His beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The ones that's actually prophesied what it is we see today as far as the New World Order, the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. These are all the words of the Lord. He said that this was going to come to pass, and that's what we're witnessing right now. And he also going to be the one that's going to take this beast down. That's what it's described as in the Revelations. Double on to the apostles, a great millstone, starting with Apostle Tyrone down over there in New York, holding it down. That taught us the understanding of the scriptures, through the Spirit of the Lord, And Shalawam backyard, which is peace and mercy to the elect, to the man that's sticking with the right doctrine, man. Hey, and what you see right now, brothers, is a manifestation of the words of Yahawashi. The image and the mark is here. It's here, and we witnessing it right before our eyes. We witnessing prophecy. Matter of fact, I titled this lesson, Spiritual Talk. The Prophesied Mark Image is here. The RFID chip, that is here, man. The New World Order is here. We just waiting on the Lord to do His final little touches up on it before He make it to where the RFID chip is mandatory, and that the switching of how the white man got his establishment now, how he want to switch it over to this New World Order, which is that image that's spoken about in Revelations, man. So what I want to do up in this lesson, I just want to do like a quick review of Revelations 13 and 11 down to verse 18. Go through it real quick just to do a brush up reminder and just to show how we are. It's here. The prophecies is here, man. That's what we witnessing right now. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into it and let's edify. This is in the book of Revelations 13 and 11 slot. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Now the beast is talking about NATO and the EU. Now amongst NATO and the EU, you got a place called America, which is the tip of the spear. America was used and is still being used to do all the deception of the beast, the so-called white man. Out of America, you see homosexuality. You see all the morals of America is low. All manners of wickedness is going on over here in America. America is the tip of the spear that the white man is using to deceive the whole damn world. And the two horns, remember, horns in the scripture represents power. The two horns is talking about the mind frame, the two mind frames of the so-called white man, the Democrats and the Republicans. All right, the two different type of mind frames of the damn devil, the image of the beast. Now, when you deal with the Democrats and the Republicans, they had a fucking civil war. Now the civil war was fought between the Union and the Confederates, which the Confederates was the southern border. The Confederates was the southern states, as you see right here on this map. Let me make it a little bigger. As you see right here on this map, the southern states, and then the Union was these northern states, right? Now, what was going on between them? You had the southern states that had which would represent like the Democrats today. You had them with their own set of mind, their own ways of doing things. They had their slaves, they had their farms. They felt like they got whatever they earned, they got it by themselves. And who was anybody to tell them about what it is that they got? Then you had the Union states, which was more for the government, establishment of the government, and that's what which what represents the Republicans, the Union states. Now the Union states, that's what's being pressed in order to get this New World Order popping, because the New World Order is all about bringing everything to the government, making America great again, making this big America great again. Right now, it was a civil war that happened between them, though, which the Union States eventually won, overpowered, basically, because during that time you had the slaves that was under the so-called under these democratic or these private owners, you know, and then through Abraham Lincoln with the Emancipation Proclamation, which that word means a transferring of power, had it to where the slaves was given to the government and separated from private ownership or democratic ownership, and a sort of way to speak, right? Now this Civil War shows you off top that America is fucking divided, man. And what the scripture say about a kingdom being divided, it shall fall. Yahawashi spoke that. Let's read this quick paragraph in the Wikipedia. The American Civil War was fought in the United States from 1861 to 1865 after a long-standing controversy over slavery and state rights. War broke out in April 1861 when Confederates attacked Fort Sumter in South Carolina. Shortly after Abraham Lincoln was elected, the Nationalists of the Union proclaimed loyalty to the U.S. Constitution. So they was fighting over civil rights and all that. A way of living, basically, which shows you that they already was separate, you know? And they spake as a dragon. When you go back to Revelations 13:11, it says he spake as a dragon because America, NATO, EU does nothing but the things that Rome did. Now, what's real crazy to me is that when you look up the Treaty of Rome, which the Apostle Tahar put us up on game, it's fucking crazy that the Treaty of Rome is the one that established the European Union, the EEC. Now, the European Union, before it was called EU, was called the EEC, which was the European Economic Community. Now, when you read this Treaty of Rome, it says over here in Wikipedia, it says originally 1951 to 93, treaty established the European Economic Community. You know, I believe in 1993, that's when it got changed to just the EU, the European Union. But from 1957 to 1993, it was the EEC, the European Economic Community. Succeeded by 1903-2009 treaty established the European Economic and Treaty on the function of the European Union. You know, so this place, the EEC, the beast, NATO, the beast that this comes from, it got established through a Treaty of Rome. It was called the Treaty of Rome because it didn't do nothing but take on everything that Rome did. That's why you see homosexuality, man. That's why you see the bread in the circus. That you see in the building structure, the morals of the people. It's all based after Rome, the Senate, the way the judicial system works. You know, how there's not one king, but there's a Senate of people, a sharing of power. That goes all the way back to Rome. When you read verse 12, it says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And that's what the NATO and the EU, the establishment of the white man power, is to basically get everybody to worship how they was during the time of Rome, you know, whose deadly wound was healed. Right now, I got a video right here by the brother GMS Armor of Truth 12, a brother in the camp. He made a quick little video showing you how America and Rome is the fucking same. Let's play a little bit of it. Look at that, destruction of the buildings, you know, the Roman pillars, you know, the arches, the Arch of Titus, and these different arches around the world. Look at even the football games, the arenas, you know, say nothing but Rome all over again, man. The boxing, look at that, the bread and circus, you know, the wrestling. And back then they used to wrestle naked. That's why you see when they wrestle now, it's them tight ass clothes. It's as if they was naked, man. You know, this is Rome all over again. The way the battlement of the formation, Rome. You see these troops. This is nothing but Rome all over again, man. The coins, how they used to have the heads. Even this guy Antiochus Epiphanes, a Greek king, he had a coin with his head on it. You know. Look at that. Nothing but the establishment of Rome. And look at this crazy one right here. Look at that. The U.S. Olympics, and look at their Olympics with Romulus on it, man. You know. Track. Everything is the same, basically. That was the point out of there. That everything is takes on. It says it. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. NATO, EU came out of Rome. You know, that was a reincarnation. This white man system is nothing but reincarnation all over again. That's why you see America in the way that it is, man. Because America is a part of NATO. All right. It says, and causes the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. Because when you jump to Revelations 20th chapter, remember that the beast, let's read it. Revelation 21. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the keys to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on that dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. The Roman Empire started to go down when you start having Jake coming there, such as Persinius Niger and Septimius Severus. The Roman Empire started to decline, but it didn't die all the way. It got wounded, as the scriptures say. It got wounded, and the deadly wound was healed, and it came back as NATO, EU, and its system that you see today, America. It says, verse 20, and cast him to the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and seal him, and put a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nation no more, till 1,000 years be fulfilled, and after he will be loosed a little season, because the damn devil, they was put in the caves. The so-called white man, his power strike, he was put in the caves for 1,000-year period, all the way up from the decline of the Roman Empire to the Renaissance era. 1,000-year period when he came out the caves and he brought the Renaissance era. He started to paint over the images. He took over Europe, you know, and he started to establish himself. And then when you jump to verse 13, it says, and he doeth great wonders, said that he make fire come down from heaven and the earth in the sight of all men. Now remember, we was teaching that this is talk about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, how they dropped bombs during the time of World War III, but the apostle cleaned it up, talking about because NATO and EU wasn't established until, I believe, 1949, and the dropping of the Hiroshima bombs and Nagasaki bombs happened in 1945, so that's not what it was talking about. But then when you look up the first, let me see if I got it. When you look up the first, you know, dropping of bombs from NATO, what was you go to a little page. I got a page called Operation Deliberate Force, which when basically NATO and them dropped an airstrike of bombs on Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't really know how to pronounce the word. Which was the I believe it was called the Bosnia War. You know, that's what it was talking about right there, when they was fighting a Serb army. You know, and NATO was doing this thing over there, and they was dropping them bombs over there. I ain't really looked too much into it, but I do know that's what it's talking about. It's not talking about the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you know. But that's how the white man got down. He basically used his technology to scare everybody. Man, this dude, when he did drop the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs, this dude's fucking scared the shit out of everybody, man. Like, this dude is crazy as fuck, right? Now, reading on in Revelation 13 and 14, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. You know, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had a wound by the sword and live. Now the image is talking about this new world order that this damn devil got planned, man. Whereas one world government, RFID chip, ruled by the banking families. You know, all your information will be on this chip or whatnot. You know, it says, let me jump back, let me read it over. And deceive them that dwell on the earth the means of those miracles which they had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which is that new world order, which had wound by the sword and did live. Because remember, Rome was wounded, but it came back. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now, when they introduce this RFID chip, if you're not with it, you're going to get put to death. You know, they're going to try to kill you. Right? And I got a quick scene showing how they're going to come in. They're going to come in with their FEMA troops, concentration camps. You know, they're going to be doing damage. All right? Let's play this quick clip. This is how they're going to come in. If you ain't with it, they invading you, man. That's how they gonna come in, shooting. It don't matter if you shooting back or not. They gonna shoot. They gonna kill you, man. They gonna haul you off the concentration camps. They gonna haul you off the concentration camps, and they gonna lay your whole family down. They gonna destroy your house, everything you ever worked for, and they gonna just leave you flat on the ground, man. This is what they training for, man. This is finna be a new world order, a new world takeover, man. An establishment of a new government, man. You know? But yeah, that's how they're going to be coming, man. That's why we put our trust in the Yahawashi over here, because when they come, the scripture say in Isaiah 59th chapter that he going to lift up a standard against them. You know? But yeah, they're going to kill you. If you don't want to take it, they're going to kill you. They're going to cut off your chip. If you have the chip and you go against it, they're going to cut your chip off. They even got a dose of cyanide in the chip to cut you off and kill you instantly, right? And if you don't want to just take the chip overall, you're gonna get thrown right in the concentration camp, where a test of your faith is gonna occur. You know, when you read Revelations 14 and 9, it tell you too that the Most High gonna put you to death if you take that chip. Revelation 14 and 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same should drink the wine of the wrath which is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the angel and the presence of the Lamb. So you take that chip, the Lord gonna put you to death, and all the brethren gonna watch you die. You know, because ultimately America gonna be destroyed by nuclear missiles anyway. You're gonna burn in that fire, man. You know, through the act of World War III, America is going to be destroyed, and that's prophesied through the Bible. It says, verse 16, and he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. It don't matter if you poor, you rich, you in jail, or you free. You are going to have to take this mark. I don't care what you did for the elite banking families or whatever. You could have been a celebrity or whatever. You're going to have to take this mark. This is the new way of living. Now, when we go into that word mark, we all did it before. It goes back to charagma, which means a stamp and printed mark. Then when you go back to the root of it, it goes back to karax, which means a pale or a stake, which they're going to use. They're going to use a needle to put this in you, man. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find part in this clip. They're going to use that and stuff that motherfucker right in your body, and that's a pale or a stake, or a palisade, the roof of a castle. How the top of the castle be sharp. They're gonna use that needle to stick it in you, man. And then when you go further into it, it goes back to grapho, which means record or to write, which that RFID chip is gonna hold all your information, all your records. a record to write. You know, that's what it's gonna be, man. That's how we know that the mark is talking about the RFID chip. It don't fit nothing else, man. All right, and that mark could go in any hand, or it could go in your forehead or your brain. We all know that they got brain fucking chips on people now, man. But when you jump to verse 17, it says that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark and the name of the beast and the number of his name. Now in the universal barcode, when you go to the universal barcode, man, it's crazy as hell that in a universal barcode, the numbers, let me make this a little smaller. The middle, the first lines and the middle lines and the last line all add up to 666. All adds up to 666, man. You know, these first ones, this middle one, and this last one. You can look that up, man. You know, which that's the number of this man. The number of the damn white man, the devil, is 666. Everybody know that, man. You know, from how he sat over there in Washington D.C., how he laid out the damn city 666 to his TV shows. You know, that's the damn mark of this damn white man, this devil, this beast, man. It says, "Here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for the number. He's a number of a man. This is a number of a man, the so-called white man. This is his establishment through his elite banking families, and his number is 606, 666, man. You see it all in with the monster drink. You know, it's everywhere. All in the symbolism and the cartoons, and that's this man, that's this white man, that's his beast. This is NATO EU, the beast, that new world order being brought, man. That image, the image of the beast, that new world system, man. Now, when you look up this word image right here in Revelation 13, it says, it goes back to icon, right? And one of the many things says, applied to a man on account of his power and command. The new world order is his power and his command. All right? And the devil finna get fucking took down, man. He not finna establish his system. And I got this last scripture and I'm gonna close it. When you jump to Job chapter 20, verse 23, it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast forth his fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain upon him while he is eating. So this damn white man ain't gonna be able to get his new world order established. The Most High gonna put an end to it, man. But that's what we seeing right now, man. We're seeing the so-called white man establish his new world order right before our eyes, man. And the RFID chip is here. So with that, I'm gonna close it out. I hope you brothers edified. Just spiritual talk on it. You know, I'm gonna say Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawashi, Shalom, Shalom. Stay up, Shalom.